Just jumping into it?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Here we go.
Can we curse?
Sure.
Fuck yeah.
I may not.
That's okay. You have a couple of whiskeys, I'll definitely probably start cursing a little bit more. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Best of Five featuring
I turned that down too
myself
fast. I ruined the intro, sorry.
and Chris.
I ruined the intro.
We have a wonderful, wonderful guest tonight. He is the owner of 477 and a bunch of other things that I can't name off the top of my head. Grilly Hatchet House.
Grilly Hatchet House, yeah.
He's a wonderful father, even better friend, but a terrible dancer. I will say that. We have Matt Estrin.
We'll see if I'm a terrible dancer. We'll get into that later, I think. Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Simmer down, boys. Simmer down. We're all friends here. We're all friends
for
here.
now. For now. Matt, how are you, man? Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I'm pumped to be here.
Any expectations as to what's about to happen?
I expect nothing and everything at the same time.
That was good.
Full circle.
That was good. That was good.
Nice, man. All right, so we're about to take a shot of this whiskey. Tell me about it.
I'm about to take a sip of
I'm
this
not
whiskey.
sure if you should shoot it.
No, sorry. Take a sip.
Yeah.
My bad.
So I'm a huge whiskey guy. I own 477. I got into it because I love bourbon, and this is my all-time favorite bourbon. I brought you guys my absolute favorite. It's called Booker's, and the backstory behind it is the godfather of distilling, a guy named Booker No. He was the very first distiller of the company called Jim Beam. He decided to do a little pet project where he took the Jim Beam product and he said, I'm gonna do a version of it that is uncut, unfiltered, which means we don't proof it down to 80 proof or 90 proof. We're gonna take it right out of the barrel and we're gonna put it right into the bottle and you're gonna drink it. And this is my favorite because the flavor is so good, but we're about to drink 130 proof bourbon right now.
I was so tempted to just be like, fuck it, I'm going to shoot it, but that just made me nervous, so I'm good.
I'm sweating just smelling it.
So a couple cool things. I mean, the label is his handwriting on here, and it's got, when he wrote it, the I right here is supposed to be capitalized, and he did a lowercase. And the marketing team came to them and said, hey, you got to rewrite this label because there's a grammar error on that. He said, I'm not rewriting the label. So every label of Booker's has a grammar error on it, which is kind of fun. Yeah.
I love the idea of imperfection when it comes to marketing because sometimes it's like you want it to be too perfect. Sometimes you got to see like a little bit of imperfection with some shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
he also, the other great story is and I can stop talking. This is
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm just like taking it. I'm just taking the podcast. This is what I'd like to talk about today, boys.
these are actually just auditions for like who's going to replace one of us when we decide to have a fight. So you're fine.
Yeah. It's going to be Chris though, right? For somebody's going to get replaced. It's Chris, right?
It's going to be me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll just have Matt and Dakota.
Well, it depends. Yeah. So I think you'll be my host when Chris fucking dies or whatever, and then
or whatever.
Or whatever.
And then Dakota will be your host when I just decide to walk away.
Perfect.
Yeah,
and
you,
this is like
die, he walks away.
It's like the fourth episode we gave Dakota a shout out.
But he used to. So he was like a hardcore distiller, huge, really intimidating guy, and they. These marketing guys would come in and tell him how he would need to change stuff or how he would need to act differently or be different when he was in front of people. So anytime marketing guys would walk into his office, he would pour them a glass all the way full, all the way to the top.
Gotta get it paint when it drops.
And he said he would tell them, we can't have this meeting until you drink the entire glass.
Wow.
And so he would make these executives and marketing guys drink an entire glass of 130 proof bourbon. And he goes, okay, we're going to have a meeting now. And they would all just walk out completely drunk. It was incredible.
It's funny. I do have a rule that I don't follow as well as you probably should, is that I don't do business while I've been drinking, but that's brilliant.
It's smart, isn't it?
That's pretty brilliant, yeah. Learned that from good old Bill Gentry. R.I.P.
Even though we do business while drinking all the time.
I mean, just between me and you, though.
That's fair.
Super personal stuff. It's not even business.
Right.
It's like our business. Don't worry about it. All right, well, let's take a shot.
All right, now we can do it. Yeah, now you know the story. So
cheers.
Oh, I
Cheers.
should have not done that. All right. Cheers, you guys.
Don't shoot it, though.
Ooh, man. All right.
Wow.
That's really good, but
It tastes good, but it's really strong, right?
it hurts my eyes.
I think your nasal passage just cleared out for sure.
Yeah. That is pretty good.
Do you know what that feling is? Did anybody ever explain to you, like when you start feel like you're gonna start choking or start wanting? You know what that is?
Regret.
That is your body actually going into shock.
Yeah, it's like, hey, that was poison you're drinking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's actual. Your body's going into shock when you drink hard alcohol.
So before we move on to the first round, how do you drink whiskey?
How do I drink whiskey?
What's the proper way of doing it?
Man, there is no proper way.
No.
Whatever you like, that's what I would tell you. Whatever makes you enjoy it.
What's like your way of like tasting everything? Because I feel like I just taste something like, oh, I just taste like how much that hurt.
Yeah.
You know,
do you give it
it's gonna be
sniffs?
It's gonna be better on the second sip. The first sip is when your body goes.
Yeah,
into
it's
shock.
like it's a little jarring on the first shot.
Well, let's find out. Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers, round two.
All right.
All right, first round. Let's do it. Cheers.
Round one.
All right, Matt. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you come back at least one time, and we don't ruin it for you. But what is the first subject?
Bad neighbors.
Bad neighbors.
Bad neighbors.
Yep.
So everybody's had bad neighbors for
You
sure.
Suck.
Yeah, I told you I quit. I said that last podcast.
Also, I got to make sure the timer this far away.
Yep.
Stupid.
But hey, everybody's had bad neighbors.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've been that bad neighbor.
Bro,
But I was.
have been that. Your family's definitely been that bad neighbor.
My neighbors love me except for the one. That's about it. That's all I got.
Oh yeah, because you've lived in the same house like your entire life.
Well, my parents have, yeah.
Fucking lucky.
That's making my voice all phlegmy.
I've had so many neighbors.
Yeah,
so many neighbors.
My neighbors, when I lived at my most recent apartment, the upstairs ones, my next door ones, they were all fine. The next door one, the only thing I would have to say is like anytime someone came, knocked on the door, anybody's door in the entire little quadplex or whatever it was, that dog would just start freaking out. It was like a little dog, so it was very high-pitched yippies.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I just realized that I'm the bad neighbor in my neighborhood.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, like I haven't really had too many bad neighbors. I had one neighbor like years ago, another little quadplex apartment where the upstairs neighbors just partied all the time. So I would literally hear like,
Oh, I forgot you lived in the Legends.
but this is a different one.
Oh,
but
nice.
yeah, the legend ones had the yippies.
Nice. Yeah. No, so I think I'm the bad neighbor because my dogs will howl when there's a fire truck or ambulance or any siren. And we have 3 of them, so they all join together, and then we dog sit. So we had 5 at one point: 2 basset hounds, a husky, a
just had a
golden
whole
retriever.
pack.
Yeah. And when you did hear the sirens of basses would just go off, and everyone would just go off. And so I feel bad because I'm just like, I'm definitely the bad neighbor, but also we live like less than 100 yards from the railroad tracks. I'm just like, no, you guys are used to sound, so fuck off.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely the bad neighbor.
Now that I know that, there's such a tendency on my end to want to come to your house at like odd hours and just play sirens.
I would love to. No, I don't mind it, dude. I honestly don't mind it. Like, I think it's hilarious and it's kind of adorable, especially because my golden like doesn't know how to howl. He figured it out finally. So yeah, Andy would be like, I'm like, oh my god, dude. People think we're probably murdering you. So, any bad experiences with neighbors, man?
Yeah. We had a neighbor, I don't know, 5 years ago. I don't know the best way to say this, but she was a big lady. Wasn't a small lady.
Yeah.
But she liked to wear small things. So like you'd come home and she'd be gardening in a 2-piece that was hardly a 2-piece, And
She was a half piece.
Yeah. So at one point she got a hot tub, and our house sat up a little bit higher than hers, so we could see from our backyard and her backyard. She got a hot tub, and one night I came home and went into the backyard to do something. And I looked over in the hot tub, and she was doing the deed with a friend in the hot tub, and I could see the whole thing happening.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
That's wild.
And that's when Matt became a man.
That's also like, like the neighbors, like you hear them moving around. It always sounds like they're wearing cement shoes. And then sometimes you're just like, wait, what is that? Are they? Oh, God.
Get it. Yeah. I'm always rooting for that, man.
Good for you.
Everyone gets lucky, man. That's a win.
Yeah.
And in a hot tub, too.
Yeah. There's probably someone getting lucky right now.
Yeah, there's probably at least 5 people getting lucky right now.
They're in the same room, probably.
I mean, maybe.
You
never know in these states. I had a not a funny story. I had a neighbor once. We were running right next to where your bank's at, so across the street, right there. We were the first like Hispanic like family to live in that in that house specifically, and so the neighbors next to us like hated us. They were super like ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
And so they would call the cops on everything on us, like every single thing. And I remember I got a dog once, and the neighbor called the cops saying that the dog jumped over the fence, attacked them and their dog. And like we had to take the dog back to the Humane Society. I only had the dog for a day. And I was just like, yo, what the fuck? And they moved out, and I was just like, it was rough. I was like, man, like, why did not feel welcome in this neighborhood kind of thing? But
yeah, like the neighborhood my parents live in now has been like pretty cool with each other for the most part. We had like 4 or 5 years in a row where we had a 4th of July block party, basically, where everybody would like grill or like make sides, and we'd all come out, shoot off fireworks. The only time that my parents get along with the one neighbor is on 4th of July, because they're like, all right, you know what, your dog's a piece of shit, our dog's a piece of shit, they're breaking the fence, whatever. We don't care. You brought the good fireworks, and you guys brought the beer. Now we're friends
For this one day.
for this one day.
How about not even neighbors, but HOA? Do you have your problem with HOA?
Yeah, I kind of want to start an HOA in my parents' neighborhood just so nobody else can start an HOA. And the only rule will be that no other HOAs can be started.
How do you start an HOA?
I have no idea.
Do you just decide?
I guess, man.
And then you start charging people?
I guess.
That's amazing.
And then you tell them their trash is out for too long and
Yeah.
send them fines and
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it won't even be
wild,
an HOA that you're like, oh, you have to paint your house this color. It'll be an HOA just to stop someone else from doing some bullshit like that.
Is it possible that HOAs like are the ones that actually unify the community for how much people hate them?
maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a good call.
Okay, so
I'm just not pro organizations telling you how to have your personal property.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Now, have you guys ever gone through the situation of like moving into a neighborhood and like the neighbors actually saying hello to you? I've never experienced that before, ever.
Yeah. We moved 2.5 years ago. First time that's ever happened.
What did they bring you?
We got cookies. We got gift cards. We got pizza.
God damn, I want to live in your neighborhood.
It was pretty nice.
And then
Yeah.
just move out. I'm just gonna rent.
Well, it's kind of funny. So I moved back in with my parents like just a few years ago, and the neighborhood kid that I grew up with did the same thing. So then me and him are just like old now, like mid-30s, and we see each other like, "Hey, what's up, Joe?" And he's like, "Hey, man."
Growing old sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
What are the bare minimum things that neighbors should just do in general? Like what's like the like say hello or like
Not be naked in their backyard when you can see into their backyard.
when you have the high ground.
Yeah.
I have the high ground.
Or put up a higher fence.
Yeah, that too.
Nah, maybe she wants. Maybe it was a service. Maybe
She did put up like a partition the very next week. So you can still hear what was going on in the hot tub. At least you couldn't see it.
I love the
Couldn't
fact
see
that
it.
she didn't stop, but she was thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I think he can see me. I should probably take care of that next week.
Exactly.
I should probably just no. I'm too into it. Let's just not.
That's funny.
But yeah, like, is there anything that's like required? Like, obviously noise ordinance. I think is probably the basic one, right? Where it's like, all right, it's 10 o'clock. Let's not be loud. But is there anything else out there that's kind of like that?
I mean, like common courtesy wise, like, there's a lot of kids in my neighborhood. So
I almost hit one. Remember?
yeah, you did.
Because they ran into like.
Yeah. But so like they're up playing basketball, football, throwing baseball, whatever. And then, balls come in your backyard, give them a solid. Boop, just toss it back over.
Or are you okay with kids jumping over the fence to get the ball? Would you be okay with that?
Technically, yes, except our fence is very sketchy.
Yeah.
So no, because it'll probably break. If we like fix all the fence, then yeah, I have no issue.
I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I've always hated when people get mad at that. Like, get out of my lawn. I was like, dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just
I
get
don't
involved.
do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
I bet you that's where like all the Karens are born. It's just like in those situations where it's like your lawn is too like long or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, that was time.
Yeah.
Stupid neighbors.
Well,
You're doing great.
Try that one more
Let's try that again, yeah. Let us know you guys' experience with any bad neighbors. I'm sure Kirk has a couple of them. Shout out to Kirk and Sally. They're like our number one watchers. So
What's up, Kirk?
We always talk shit to them. It's great.
well, G always talks shit to them. I'm nothing but polite and courteous.
You're a good neighbor.
Yeah, I'm a good neighbor.
Yeah.
State Farm is not there.
All right. And
All right,
we're
moving
done.
on.
We're
Yeah, let's
done.
go on to the second round. Stupid. Sorry.
Round two.
Cheater.
All right, round number 2. Matt's gonna like this one.
Oh, great.
It's just simply whiskey.
Oh, cute. Okay.
So Matt,
I have 5 minutes to talk about whiskey. Let's do this.
7.
7 minutes? Oh, my goodness.
Sir, it's we, okay?
No. This is me. This is my round.
just mute us, bro.
I've waited my whole life for this moment. 7 minutes to talk about whiskey.
All
No,
right,
I'm just
let's,
kidding.
let's talk. Okay, we'll get you started.
No. You guys talk about whiskey.
No, I honestly, I'm actually curious, like, to see like what got you to fall in love with it.
Seriously, it's kind of a goofy story. My go-to drink out of college was whiskey Coke. Whiskey Diet Coke. And I loved whiskey Diet Coke.
Yeah.
And Jack and Diet Coke, to be honest. And so one night I was at home. It was probably like 15 years ago. I was at home and went to go get a Jack and Diet. And I'm like, I'm out of diet. Dang it. I have to have just Jack. There's no diet. And I wanted something to drink. So I had just Jack. I was like, this is actually pretty good.
That's
Like, oh, this tastes good by
It's actually
itself.
pretty good. I don't need the Diet Coke.
And that's when Matt became a man.
Again.
And then I saw my neighbors having sex.
Same night, actually.
Same night.
So you became a man before you became a man.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Became a man twice.
And the same day. Oh my god.
Yeah, so then I just started getting into trying different whiskeys, and really bourbon is the one. I mean, whiskey's such a big category. So
Right.
yeah, that was the deal. And I probably have over I don't know 300 bottles of whiskey at home.
Jeez.
I mean,
How
that tracks.
often do you like replace them?
I have a rule. I have a home rule.
Which you should absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it is that I won't drink through a bottle unless I have two. Like, cause I'm a collector, right? So I try to collect, these cool, hard to find bottles. And so if I get one that I haven't been able to find, I get really excited about it, but I won't open it and start drinking it unless I have a second one ready to go.
And they're all bourbons for the most part?
I've got a couple single malt type stuff, which is like scotch, but pretty much all bourbon.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask this question. You don't have to answer it by all means. What's the most expensive whiskey you have?
I've got a couple $1,000 bottles.
God damn.
Yeah.
I think our most expensive tequila is what, $120?
That one is $120. I have the same one at my house, but the aged one that's like
The
$700.
Casa Azul?
Yeah.
Sorry, Casa Azul.
Yeah.
I would say they're not. I didn't spend $1,000 on them for the record.
Someone
Yeah,
gave it to
but
you.
they are worth.
They are worth.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing with whiskey is there's a whole black market, right? So
Oh yeah.
So if you can find it in a store, which is really hard to do now, right? So you take even Booker's for instance. Booker's is super hard to find. In a store, if you find it, it's going to be $90. But if you can't find it, there's certain places you can go. And if the federal government's listening, I'm going to say where those places are. And so
Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby.
Michael's.
in the back where they do the framing.
It's not framing, you guys.
Yeah.
It's actual distillery.
But there's certain places you can go where guys sell it on the black market and they'll mark it way up. And so
I think they know, man. It's the same with the beer market,
Sure,
too.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Where they sell like juicy bits like in whatever the East Coast before they expanded for like $30 a can.
Yeah, speaking of which, you hear about that shit. I mean, it has to do with alcohol, not with whiskey necessarily. But you hear about, I think in Sweden, they destroyed like 2,000 cans of Miller High Life.
Really?
Or Miller Light or something like that. Whatever beer calls themselves the champagne of beers.
Yeah, I think that's Miller Lite.
They like imported it from the U.S. in there, and they like had like a whole like pallet pretty much of it, and they destroyed every single one of it because it's illegal to call anything champagne that's not from the area of Champagne, even if it's beer.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is funny because like it's not calling itself champagne, it's saying it's like it's more of a tagline than an actual descriptor.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a compliment to champagne.
Yeah.
It's saying our beer is so good, we're like champagne.
But it's also
you know what
it's
I mean?
also insult because it's definitely not the same.
I mean Miller Lite's fine.
Yeah, whatever one that is. But
Yeah, I think it's Miller Lite.
Yeah, I think it is.
They just
too.
like a whole palette, and they're just like the guy's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I guess you're right. It's so stupid, but
It is. Yep.
yeah, I don't know. So what's your So you're going. I guess you're going to say your first whiskey was Jack, right?
Yeah. First whiskey was Jack.
I think mine was Kentucky Gentleman,
Was it really?
probably.
And then you became a man.
Yeah.
Grew some hair in my chest for sure, man.
Yeah.
With this
so
shit,
my
for
brother
sure.
kind of ruined because my brother's like he's a beer snob and he's like a bourbon snob. Like that's his thing. Like he got
he's a douche.
He got a bunch of people together and he bought a barrel of Buffalo Trace.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they put like his like company like logo on it or whatever. So he has like this army branded Buffalo Trace basically.
There was one time I shot Pappy and they got so upset with me. It was hilarious.
Gross.
Yeah, it was
But anyway, so like he's a
that
huge
Patrick's?
snob, and he had a graduation from whatever military academy, and every time he has like an achievement, he buys a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue because that's his favorite. And I absolutely cannot stand Scotch.
No.
And you know when someone gives you a glass of Johnny Walker, you have to drink it.
Absolutely.
You have to drink it. So it's kind of what you were saying. So I was like sipping on it, I'm like, God, I hate Scotch. The peatiness is so gross. And he's like, this is the best, like one of the best Scotches, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay. And then I'm just like, ugh, and I just shot it. And he's like,
bro.
what did you just do? And I'm like, dude, I don't like it. He's like, you know, that's like a $200 bottle or whatever it is. And I was just like, yeah, I don't like
No,
it.
we were playing Never Have I Ever at Patrick's, and we were super shit faced. And it was when I was working at Wiley, and it was like me skipping a bunch of us. And this like couple was like with like the regulars at Wiley's, and they were like sitting with us, and the guy just bought us all Pappy, and we're like, cheers, and we just shot it, and he was so pissed. I'm like, bro, we're shit faced. Like, why would you give us expensive ass like whiskey?
Yeah.
It's funny. I love it.
Whiskey snobs drive me nuts though. Like
Yeah.
you should drink it however you want. Right?
Yeah.
Take a shot.
I'm sure you see that a lot too at 477 too, right?
We had a guy walk in with his own glass and like his own little dropper bottle. and he pulled Jory aside. Luckily, I wasn't there, but he pulled Jory aside and decided to tell Jory everything he didn't like about our whiskey. And Jory's like,
Where's your whiskey?
"Yeah,
at?
where's your whiskey, bro?"
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. I just like to go around and try different whiskeys.
It's easy to talk shit when you're not the one doing the work.
Exactly.
Man.
Yeah.
How would you have handled that?
I'm a pretty nice guy. I would have been like, "Cool, thanks, man," and just I wouldn't lose sleep over it. It is what it is. But I agree. Like, it's crazy, man. Try being in the business and
Yeah.
But
See, and it's like kind of the similar thing about like working in the brewery. Like, it doesn't matter what you do in the back. Everyone just assumes you're a brewer. So like, oh, what kind of hops are you using in this? And like, I grab the can. I'm like, oh, we're using these hops. And like, what, you don't know what's in them? Like, man, I literally
I
like
pay minimum wage, man. Plus
like
tips.
it's like I run the packaging line, dude. I don't. And I'm the cellarman. I take care of all the tanks and run the packaging line. I don't actually like brew the beer. The only reason I know what hops may go into it is because I dry hop it. But I dry hopped this beer like 8 weeks ago. I don't fucking remember what it is.
That's awesome. And that is time. You guys are slacking.
kinda
I
loud.
think. Yeah.
I mean, I'm chilling. I'm doing a great time.
I mean, I'm vibing for sure, but y'all slacking.
I got meetings this afternoon, man.
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
I have to be professional later.
Nah, man. We're gonna. You have to drink a whole glass before you leave.
One of my meetings includes the mayor of the city.
Oh, it's John Gates. Shout out to Mayor Gates. He's awesome. So you'll
Yeah.
be fine. All right, let's move on to the third subject.
Round 3.
All right, Chris.
All right.
What's the third subject?
The third subject is chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings. All right.
Perfect.
Can I ask a question about this?
Yeah.
Are they chicken wings or buffalo wings?
So
They're bison wings, actually.
Yeah,
Buffaloes don't exist here.
from my experience, I always thought that buffalo wings were breaded chicken wings. So that's what makes them the buffalo wing.
But
Is
also,
how I thought, because that's how they made them in Buffalo, New York, or some bullshit where they branded it buffalo wings.
but I think nowadays it's got to be chicken wings because it's not necessarily obviously always made out of buffalo now.
it's
I
never.
don't
been-
think it was never. I don't think it was ever made out of buffalo.
Or like sorry,
the
no.
city.
buffaloes don't have wings.
buffalo sauce, goddamn. Yeah, they're not. It's not made like with.
You
they're
spent
not-
your
the-
whole
the-
life
the
thinking you were
flavors,
eating
yeah.
buffalo.
Yeah, so like the buffalo sauce.
I thought it was
you know.
baby buffaloes that had wings and they just fell off. I don't know.
So you're saying they're not, the sauce isn't always the buffalo sauce.
Yeah, so that's why
Gotcha.
that's why you just call them chicken wings nowadays.
Yeah. I don't even call it. I just call them wings. man.
Wings? Yeah. There's wings.
Yeah, I just skip the modifier. Just wings. Everybody knows what you're talking
I
about.
feel like 10 years ago, everything was buffalo wings.
Yeah.
And then there was a time where we went to chicken wings, and now it's just wings.
Yeah.
Like you can guess the meat.
Do you see that?
Guesstimate.
What is that? Buffalo Wild Wings is getting sued because they call their like boneless wings wings. They're like, this isn't actually a wing. Actually. And it's like, yeah, but boneless wings aren't wings. Everybody knows that. They're
You know,
chicken nuggets.
The one thing I hate about society is that shit right there. Like, yo, we get it. Like Red Bull doesn't have wings. You obviously know that. And if you don't know that,
yeah, because they
you're-
got sued.
you're
too.
an idiot. And
Yeah.
the same thing was like, oh, it's not boneless things. I'm
It's
like,
a metaphor.
Yeah, it's a metaphor. And like, even with like the whole music industry too, I'm so annoyed with that too. It's
Yeah.
so stupid.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that? How Ed Sheeran's getting sued by
Marvin Gaye's
Estate?
For what?
for the song, his song "Thinking Out Loud" sounding like "Let's Get It On."
Not
And
even close.
It's literally
Yeah.
it's literally just a progression,
Yeah, they have the same chords. That's literally it.
and that's what they're suing
You
about.
can't trademark chords, can you?
No.
I mean, depends if this
So,
if they win.
well,
yeah.
Marvin Gaye's estate already beat out what's his name because
Pharrell.
because they took his like
beat.
feeling or like the vibe of a song basically.
I remember that. Happy got sued, right?
Yeah,
No, it was Blurred Lines.
yeah, Blurred Lines.
Blurred Lines
were
is
Robin Thicke.
That's Robin Thicke.
yeah, yeah. But I guess Pharrell produced it.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So stupid.
But like, yeah, it's like they pretty much try to trademark a vibe or a feeling from a song, and I'm like, oh, this has the same feeling as this song.
It's
So
like
the
that idea
same
of
song.
like what you can't learn your lesson. Like if you burn your fucking tongue on a coffee, you have to say caution hot because you're that much of an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stand that.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that bugs me. Anyways, wings.
wings.
Boneless or bone in?
I can take either. Like if it's like a bone bliss special, yeah, whatever.
That's fair.
I'll go for it. If I get wings, sometimes their boneless wings are better than their bone-in wings because like if they're not like thick, juicy wings, they like overcook them a lot. So like if it's small, not a lot of meat on it, then it's just dry and gross. Where the chicken nuggets are just chicken nuggets. And
think
chicken
I like-
nuggets are always good.
I think I like bone in because it makes me feel like I'm like a man for a second.
Oh, just ripping apart a carcass.
Yeah, like I'm like it's like the bare minimum of like my ancestral like survival skills of just like eating something that's just like on the bone.
Yeah.
See, I'm bone in, but I only like the flats. I don't like the drumsticks.
drums?
I don't
Okay.
like the drumsticks. I like the
Yeah.
actual wing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've actually gotten to like those a lot more because I know how to eat them now.
Right.
Because I think beforehand you're like, how do you just like finger it like to like push out the meat or like
Yeah. How do you eat your flats? That's actually kind of a good question.
I don't know. I need one in my hand so you can stick the whole thing in your mouth and then
use your teeth?
use your teeth and then your tongue on the bottom to like scoop the.
Dude,
Yeah.
I learned that from Jack Black and I started doing it.
Yeah.
So-
Kind of just like push out.
exactly.
Yeah. So I literally take mine and I like push down from the top and I scrunch all the meat to the bottom, like with my finger, and I just go done.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff.
But yeah, no,
It's-
mine's definitely the same way.
I just think it's funny because, like, drumsticks, everyone eats it exactly the same, but then the flats, everyone has the technique.
Everyone's got.
Everyone has the
And if you
technique.
don't have the technique, you get frustrated.
Yep. Because you're like,
There's something about eating wings so weird. Like I have to get all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I have to like yeah, give me the cartilage.
I get most of the meat, but I'm not the type of guy that'll like gnaw on the marrow on the tip.
Oh, dude,
you know?
I will suck
definitely
that thing
don't do
until I
that.
get everything. Yeah.
Phrasing.
No, that's not even phrasing. That was literal. I will go down on some wings.
Yeah.
Are you a spicy? Are you a spicy guy? Are you a spicy man?
Spicy, sweet, or savory?
I'm spicy.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
what's a good like index for that? At B Dubs, what's the hottest you get if you go to B Dubs?
I don't go to B Dubs because they falsely advertise their boneless wings.
But yeah, if Buffalo Wild Wings gets sued, does that mean everyone's getting sued? Because that's literally what they call it. Like Chili's, Applebee's, not wing places, call it boneless wings.
Yeah.
So I think everyone's getting sued.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I love
How about Wing Shack?
love Wing Shack. Golden Hot's my go-to there.
Golden Hot's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I really haven't done Bear Hot there before. Golden Hot's really good.
Golden
Yeah.
Hot's super good.
If
But
you want some really good wings, sorry, go for it.
I was gonna say Golden Hot. You poop Golden Hot though too.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
It's like
very
a day
true.
later, you feel it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very true.
If you want really good and spicy wings, Bogey's is my spot. I love Bogey wings.
Yeah.
They have the best wings and fries.
Yeah, what do they call, like bomb sauce or?
Yeah, bomb.
Yeah.
So they have
And
like hot and they have like bomb for like 1 through 10.
Interesting.
And have you ever seen like have you ever watched like the hot ones?
Yeah.
You know, like the bomb sauce is that's actually what they've been using.
Oh, is it
like,
really?
before the show even started? So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I once
It's
had a
wild.
friend,
And like it's not straight bomb sauce because the actual straight bomb sauce tastes disgusting. They like mix it with other stuff
and
make
it's
it taste
really good. Yeah, there was one time we went and we're just like, oh, these aren't spice. Oh god, that's where it's at.
Yeah, because we got them. They're like, oh, these aren't really that hot. And then like we kept eating it, and they're like, are they getting hotter?
The lady's like, are you guys fine? We're just like sweating. Like, no, we just need another beer. Just
Yeah,
it's fine.
it was great.
Yeah, no, that's definitely my favorite wing spot. Do you ever like? I mean, besides, is it Wing Shack for you? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Wing Shack for me probably.
Yeah.
Here's my only complaint about Wing Shack. I love it. I love their taste and everything like that. But for some reason, their wings are always like too small for me.
Yeah.
See, and like I kind of like but like I was saying, like
But to their
that's what
credit-
makes the drums hard
Yeah.
if they overcook them like that. But they
But to their credit,
I
I do think that like if they have like 2 small wings, they'll like throw like a couple of extra in there just to be like, no, we get it.
every
Yeah.
time I order like 15 wings, I get like 17 to 18.
Yeah.
every time, doesn't matter.
I don't think they count.
Yeah, I don't think they
I
count.
think they
either.
look at it and go, it looks like 15.
Right. So like 1, 2, 5, 10, 15.
How much is the weight, right? They just do
Yeah.
that weight. You know,
man.
I love wings, man. Like that's like my go-to. Like most places, if I'm like I don't know what to eat, I'm like I'm gonna get like I know it's an appetizer, which I don't get why that's an appetizer.
No.
Because if you eat wings for dinner, sometimes you eat like 15 wings, and you're like, cool, now I'm satisfied. And like 15 wings is like still like $20.
Dude, wings and fries. If we ever had like a ceremony for like my wedding, that's what I would
Wings and
serve.
fries.
Yeah, wings and fries.
Yeah, if I had like one food that I can eat for the rest of my life, and I only had one food, it'd be like wings, 100%. Calling it right
What
now.
would yours be?
Sushi.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Damn it, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Come on, G, you're the last one before I push the button.
Calamari or is it is it like or not calamari? Is it
Rolls, probably
Tempura?
roll.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or just
no,
straight-
I don't know.
just straight
Yeah,
fresh?
straight fresh. Yeah, I don't do the fried stuff.
damn? No, mine would be wings or tacos. Actually, not tacos.
Oh, okay.
I'm going with
Well,
tacos.
with that,
Those are pretty good.
That is time. Let us know what you think about wings. We probably talked about this earlier, but I don't know.
yeah, in like episode like 10,
Yeah,
that's when we argued about bogeys or wing shack.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I love it. All right. Well, anyways, let's move on to subject number 4.
Round 4.
So this is some white people shit right here.
Fantastic. That's me.
Well, that's me.
This is definitely probably Jory. I don't think Dakota would write. Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
Subject number 4 is writing thank you notes.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
Done. Moving on. Next subject.
I don't know. Well, okay.
We're gonna go for it. All
Yeah,
right,
we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. Because it's just. Hold on, I have to sneeze.
That was too dramatic.
Yeah.
Thanks. That is a very interesting topic. Not because we don't do it, but like, why don't we do it? And then who did it? You know, it's like my grandparents wrote thank you notes all the time.
Grandparents and parents for sure.
Yeah, and like that's just a thing. That's just a thing that it was, and now it's like, nah, I'm good.
That's like having a landline.
Yeah, dude, for real. Or like when you get an you interview for
still
a
using Yellow
job.
Pages.
You interview for a job, and then you send them a thank you note for giving you the opportunity to interview you, even if you get hired or not. Like, hey, thanks for your time. So hope you hire me.
Well, let me ask you a
That's just
question though.
wild.
Since we're on this though.
Yeah, it's wild.
Because I'm a fan of acknowledging a gift.
Yeah.
But I never write a note. Is a text or an email acceptable?
No, it's got to be a note.
Has to be a note.
Also, you did write us. You wrote us a thank you note last
I wrote
time.
you a thank you note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do it.
I do it.
To
yeah.
people he cares about.
I do. The people I care about.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It's actually up there.
Is it?
Look at that. It says thank you.
Yeah.
Would it have been as meaningful if I simply would have sent a text and said, "Hey, thanks for all your work"?
I mean, probably.
Because there's a gift card in there
I was gonna
too.
say, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So is that the prerequisite? It's like if you have a gift card, it's kind of like not obligation.
If you're giving a gift for a thank you, then I think a thank you note is acceptable.
but just the thank you note.
Yeah.
It's like after your wedding, did you just send thank you notes?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have just texted you.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that's what I did for mine.
And honestly, I would have been fine with that.
like, hey, thank you guys again
Yeah.
for coming out. Like, I appreciate it. Like, whatever. But
Yeah, see, and like it's the whole thing. It's like, how everybody wishes you happy birthday on Facebook. And instead of thanking those people individually, it's just like, hey, thanks everybody for wishing me a happy birthday.
I have a whole thing on that. I hate Facebook happy birthdays.
I took
I took
my
mine
birthday
off.
off, yeah.
Yeah, I took my birthday off.
Did you really?
Because
Yeah.
people I don't even talk to
Right.
and like haven't talked to, people I barely know. I met at like a show or something.
Yeah.
And they're just like, hey man, happy birthday. Hope you have a great day. I'm like, who are you?
I hate that so
Well,
much.
Facebook loads the message for you, so all
Yeah,
you do
exactly.
is click on send. They don't even have to type it anymore. It just
Yeah.
says tell Chris happy birthday. It's his birthday, and you click send, and it
And-
sends it
yeah,
to
it
you.
sends it,
and
and,
then,
like,
then I
that's
look
so
like
dumb.
a good guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know until Facebook told me.
Exactly.
and I didn't put the effort in until Facebook.
and you're probably
did.
sitting on the toilet scrolling through Facebook, like, oh, happy birthday. All right,
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah. No, and I think that's kind of I actually like getting thank you notes. I just wouldn't be the one to write one, if that makes sense. Because
Yeah.
there is something about like taking the time and effort to make a point to say thank you, right? Which I think we're kind of missing a lot more nowadays. For example, it was Bob's birthday yesterday. Bob Hudson, shout out to Bob. I don't think he watches this, but I saw his birthday on Facebook, and I was like, I'm not gonna write you a message. I'm gonna
No,
text,
text
you.
him, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
hey man, like happy birthday. I hope you're having a good day.
Yeah.
That
See,
is
that's
way more than just like.
That's what I will say. Like, I do like the reminders because I'm like, oh, it's my friend's birthday. And then
Yep.
I'll text them or call them. Or when I see them, I'll be like, oh, hey, I saw it was your birthday. Happy birthday, man.
Exactly.
Instead of saying
Yeah.
like on Facebook.
But yeah, I think the welcome or the thank you notes are kind of they're slowly dying. They have to be, right?
They do, but I think it's acceptable to send a text.
I do too.
absolutely,
Yeah.
If somebody gives you something nice,
Like, oh, hey, thanks, man. Appreciate
shoot him a
that.
text. Say, man, I really appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's it. I think that is our generation's thank you note.
I think because ours
Yeah.
is like, where am I going to keep all this shit?
Right. Exactly.
So I guess that kind of goes on to like, what's the socially acceptable time that you have to keep someone's thank you note if someone gives you one?
I mean, it's gonna hang for a while. I think.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna be there. Yeah, because no one thanks us.
That's
Yeah,
we have literally the 2 thank you notes we've gotten hung up there.
whatever they just give us is gonna go up there too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's one of those things. No, I mean like, and I am one to like I appreciate things like that for sure. But
Yeah.
I'm also really good with the text as well because it's like you're still taking the time and effort to say thank you specifically for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of the asshole then, because every time I get like
Yeah.
a birthday card, I'm like, happy birthday. I'm like, cool. And I'll literally throw it away in front of them.
Oh, I hate. Yeah, I don't keep birthday cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, if there's nothing in it, I don't want it. If Matt just gave us like a thank you card, like, what's this for?
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks.
No, sincerely, I wanted to give you a gift as a thank you for all you did, but I was
Yeah.
like, I can't just hand him a gift card, so I went and bought a card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Instead
see,
of-
like, that makes sense. Like, or like, when you wrote thank you notes for your wedding, like, that
Yeah.
kind of makes sense. But like, there's a lot of people who just wrote thank you notes. Like, hey, I saw you delivering our mail today. I want to mail this to you. First, thanks.
It's like you're making me work more. Stop it.
Yeah.
It's not thank you, but I also think there's something about handwritten notes to people. You know?
Yeah.
Like if you notice something, if you see something, if you received a note that just said, "Hey,"
It's vulnerability of your shitty handwriting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think there's something cool about it.
Because I used to write ICG's car randomly all the time. I used to take one of my business cards and write on the back, but I'd call him like yo, what up, slut? And I just leave it on his car.
There was one that had like his like name on it, just said "fuck you."
Yeah, that's what it was. That was too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess like how are people kind of showing that like term of endearment or term of appreciation nowadays?
I don't know.
Facebook stories,
Yeah.
I or Instagram stories. I can't stand like
Yeah, maybe because
Like
it
that's
has
like
to
how
all
people-
be like a presentation now for everyone else.
Yeah. Like I hate like birthday like Instagram stories. Just like happy birthday, Kelsey. I love you. It's like 5 fucking pictures, and you're like, yo, like no one cares. Just tell her in person. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the old fashioned to me, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like I never want to show off my appreciation, and I think that's kind of where I struggle with Facebook sometimes,
Sure.
or
Yeah,
just
'cause
like
if-
social media.
If you appreciate someone, then tell the person you're appreciating. You don't need to tell everybody else too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, every once in a while, like like I'll be like, hey, shout out to Heather, she's doing great, but I'm not gonna write this like long story that only she needs to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we try to make our lives way too public now. That just makes it easier just to be like
Get kidnapped and murdered.
that too.
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you notes are cool. We should probably start doing that.
Or just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
just
a 10% discount to like our services or some shit like that.
Hard pass.
Okay.
hard pass.
I went 10, bro. That's like
Hard
that's
pass.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know though. I think notes though, not just thank you notes, but just notes in general to people. It's to me can mean a lot. Like I'm a huge sports
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I love sports. When Peyton Manning retired, the amount of people that came out of the woodwork and read the letters that Peyton had sent them.
Yeah.
Just saying, whatever it might be. He sent one to Tom Brady. It sent them to all these different athletes. And there was that commercial that came out of all these guys that had received a letter from Peyton
Yeah.
Manning, and it's, I don't know. I think there's something to it though, that when you recognize something in somebody, whether you're grateful or not, or whatever it might be, and you acknowledge
cool.
it in writing, I think it can mean a lot to
So
it.
should we bring back the thank you note to our generation?
We should bring back the thank you note.
I think we were talking mad shit on it, and now it's like shit. We should bring it back.
No, so you guys want to, this is probably like the sappiest thing I'll say about my love life, my marriage life. Me and Heather actually have this journal that we share together, and we'll just kind of like write our thoughts like to each other. So it's like writing a letter to each other. We just have like in this like notebook. It's pretty cool. It's actually really neat because you just like pick it up and you're like, oh, she said something really nice.
That's
about
the grossest thing I've ever heard you
me.
say.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But it's actually pretty genuine because again, you're seeing the handwriting. You're like they're taking the time to like write like how they're feeling about the situation or whatever that might be. Like
Ugh, being married sounds gross. I don't know how you guys do it.
it's fucking awesome, man. I love being
great.
married.
Well, with that being said,
Stop being all depressed, bro. I'm sorry. You were married once.
exactly was.
That was weeks ago.
All right.
Let us know about your thank you notes, you guys. I know, like, honestly, it can go either way. On like, I think it has to mean something. Like, there has to be some type of like sincerity to it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Let's bring it back.
If it's just like thanks,
Let's bring it back.
You know what? I'm going to send you a thank you note for this podcast.
I'm gonna send you a thank you note for this whiskey.
Perfect.
All right. Well, let's move
This
on.
is the
Then.
final round. I'm excited for this one. We're being nice right now, but just give it a second. All right, final round.
Final round.
Oh, yeah, I wrote you something. Matt. Make sure you read it afterwards. Let us know what sorry. What's the last subject? This whiskey's kicking in. Fine. All right.
I think the last subject is Dancing with the Stars
Okay.
of Weld County.
Okay, good. You guys, let's say we're going to talk about the show because I've never seen the show before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you watched the show at all?
Yeah, we watched the first season when it first came out.
Who, do you remember who was on it?
Nope. Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice was on it.
Oh, okay.
And he
You
won.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
It's Jerry.
It's Jerry Rice. Yeah, I'm a Niners fan.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so
Yeah, dude,
I
I used to love Jerry Rice and Steve Young when I was little. Like to the point where my dad, my brother bought me a jersey of Jerry Rice, and my dad's such a hardcore Broncos fan, he like took it from me, and I was just like, "You bastard!"
Stupid Niners. I'm so mad at you guys.
Anyway.
Honestly, that's the year I became a Niners fan. I don't know if you know that. So the year that I when I was growing up, my parents kind of were all over the map in terms of who they liked sports wise, and so I grew up in Southern California, and I knew I wanted to be a fan of a California team, and so the year I decided I was going to pick my team. I knew I was going California. It had to be a California team. That was the year that San Francisco beat the Broncos 55-10 in the Super Bowl, and I became a Niners fan.
That was in the early 60s. I'm just kidding. I was like,
I think he's
80,
calling you old.
87.
Yeah, earlier you said mid-30s. We're old in the neighborhood in our mid-30s.
Yeah.
Jackass.
No, I'm just mad at you guys because the Niners beat the Cowboys twice in the 2 seasons in a row.
That's right. You're a Cowboys fan, not a Broncos guy.
Honestly, I'm not really big into football. But anyways, Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars.
Of Weld County.
Of Weld County.
County.
Specifically.
So,
They had to go real deep this year.
Right.
yeah, they got bottom of the barrel.
So,
bottom of the barrel.
so I guess why are we talking about this?
So, Dancing with the Weld County Dancing with the Stars is pretty much a friendly competition, but also a fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Club. I didn't know about it until I was called about it, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to do it. That's kind of weird." And then Matt's like, "Well, I don't know if I want to do it. It's kind of weird." So they asked us at the same time, and the only way we were doing it is like if the other person did it. So I'm only doing it as Matt's doing it, and Matt's only doing it as I'm doing it.
We are both
It's a
stars.
weird paradox.
We are both stars in
Of-
Weld County,
of Weld County.
Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
But how does that make you feel when it's like, oh, like yeah, like you're a star, you're like a celebrity? Or
Yeah,
like,
hardly.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
I always just say that G's the star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And then people are like, who's G? I was like, I don't know. That's just what they told me to say.
That's just I'm here so I don't get fired.
Oh, you mean Gil?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, the karaoke guy?
Yeah, the glorified karaoke singer.
Yeah.
No, literally, they walked into the distillery and they said, hey, we want you to be on Weld County Dancing with the Stars. And I said, I don't know, man. That's not my thing.
Yeah.
I'm not a dancer. And they said, well, we're going to talk to G. And I said, okay, well, if G does it, I'll consider doing it. So then the story I heard is from there, they went and found G and they said, hey, Matt is doing this. Are you good doing this? And G said, I'll do it. They walked back over to me and they said, hey, G said he'll do it. Are you good? And I was like,
Yeah.
well, crap.
so
I guess I'm doing this.
So
They
they pulled
didn't tell me that he was considering it. They said he's doing it. And I was like, well, I'll do it if Matt does it.
Yeah. So they pulled like the go ask your mom.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Dad said yes already.
Well, I'm the daddy. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's right.
So
That's
then-
right.
So then I said,
Because the mom's the more important one.
So then I told him, I said, well, I'll only do this if my kids can dance with me, thinking they'd be like, no kids. And they
Yeah.
said, yeah, your kids can dance with you.
And you're just like, damn it.
It's like, gosh, darn it.
How's that going for you right now so far?
Honestly,
You're training.
it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had 7 practices. We are completely done with our routine. It's completely planned out.
Oh, all right. Good for you.
So, but I'll be honest. We did it for this last week. We did it for the first time all the way through,
Mm-hmm.
and every time before that we do little segments of it. So this was like the first time all the way
Yeah,
through,
full run, yeah.
And I got done, and I'm like, why am I so out of breath?
Dude.
I'm sweating.
Yeah.
I went through. We're not even halfway through like our stuff because we're still figuring out the songs that we wanted to do.
Yeah.
But like we got halfway through, and like halfway through, I'm just like, dude, I can't move like my legs. I was so tired. Like we're going hard, dude. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, I'm pretty excited for it, but I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm in it to win it. Like I'm not competitive enough, but with this, I'm like super competitive.
Yeah. Do you have a sister?
I have way too many sisters.
Have you ever kissed your sister?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Second place is like kissing your sister. You know what I mean?
They're super hot, super hot stepsister.
Yeah.
It's just you may want to go home and kiss your sister so you know what it feels like when I beat you.
When he beats you. I got you, bro. Got you. Good.
No, honestly,
You ever kiss your mom?
Where's this?
Third place feels like kissing your mom.
No, it's when you're.
tell that to Misty Dawkins.
It's like when your grandma
shots
gives you a
fired.
birthday card with $5 in it, and you're like, "Thanks, grandma."
In this economy? No, dude, I'm seriously like I am. I'm in it to win it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to win both the fundraiser and the dancing shit. So, you better watch out. I'm just saying, you better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Baby G's coming to win the shit.
You gonna go white beard and a Santa hat and
Fuck you, man. You know how I feel about my white beard. Dick.
oh my gosh,
Dude, you're just getting roasted, bro.
I know.
Getting roasted so
Fine.
hard.
It's fine. You can roast me all you
Now
want.
here's the deal. I'm not a good dancer. I'm just gonna admit it. I'm not good at dancing.
Yeah, but you threw in your kids like
That was the key.
it's that wild card, man.
Wild card. I threw cute kids in.
Yeah.
It's stupid. I got
Yep.
it. I hope we're back to back so that people will just be like, oh my God.
I hope we're back to back.
Like, oh, that was really cute. Oh my God, Gene, what are you doing?
There are kids here.
Everybody's covering their kids' eyes.
I think that's what you told me. Like, gee, you know, this is like a
Yeah, I was like,
boys and
like a
girls
family.
club show.
Yeah, because I forgot what he said, but he's like, "Oh, just wait till what I'm gonna do. Like these hips don't lie, or something like
I
that."
said I
Like,
was gonna make it nasty.
oh, that's what you said. Yeah, I was like, you know, this is for the boys and girls club, right?
That's right.
It's for children.
So yeah, I guess
He's
we'll say
getting
this.
nasty for children.
I love Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
For the children, not for children. Okay, for the children.
I'm not sure that's any better. Getting nasty for the children.
It's for the children, not God damn it. Shut up, everyone, okay? All I'm going to say is this. I think Matt and I are really competitive, so we have this competitive spirit. So we might just start the trash talking super early. But ultimately, I think our goal is also to win, fundraise as much as we can, for one. But two is also we want to be on top, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Nobody likes being on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
we're going to
G
make...
might.
Fuck you guys, I hate you so much. We're gonna have some fun marketing campaigns and whatever. I don't even want to talk
Be
anymore.
good.
You guys
So is there a
don't know.
website link you
ask
can go?
Matt. I don't know because apparently everything I say is really. It's inappropriate.
It's coming out, I think, in the next 2 weeks. We'll have all the websites because we need, so you can donate to what we're doing, but also part of our fundraising efforts is selling tables at this event too. It's at the
okay.
Candlelight Dinner Theater.
We're considering.
okay.
Yeah, we're considering actually even doing T-shirts. So
T-shirts.
you can choose.
Team G, Team Matt.
we
Should we
need to
make it a
talk
hashtag or?
Yeah, we could make it a
We
hashtag.
could, yeah.
Should we have we should have a competitiveness of it. So we're gonna be hopefully doing a bet. Are we still thinking about this?
I'm still offering the bet, yeah.
The top idea right now is the loser has to get a tattoo of the other person's name with the heart.
So
Okay.
if I lost, it'd say I heart G.
It would say Gil probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or what if you just get his name in the heart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
All right.
It's gotta be a tramp stamp though.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Tramp stamp pointing down, arrow down.
My tramp stamp's pretty hairy, so I don't know if it would look very good.
even better for
It'll
you,
just
man.
get covered. Yeah. It should just be on the butt cheek. That'd be kind of funny.
Did you laser the tattoo? No, I just grew a lot of ass hair.
Yeah.
That's a top idea, but also I'm down. I don't care.
We're open to anything.
Yeah.
Some
so if
sort
you
of
guys have
bet.
any ideas, let us know. But yeah,
How about the loser has to shave their head?
I cannot do that.
Yeah, that's
okay.
a great bet.
Yeah, loser has to grow their hair. How about that?
Yeah, so you should have to do the opposite.
I should do the opposite.
You should have to grow out your hair just to see
Just for
how
6 months.
bald it is.
cul-de-sac I've got going on.
Yeah,
on
for
top.
6 months, and just it has to be a flat top.
Just Dr. Phil in it for
It has to be a flat
Yeah.
top. It's
So
just
you'd have to be the opposite, and he has to shave his head.
dude, I could not shave my head. I got a hot dog head, man. I can't do that.
Yeah, well,
You ever stick a hot dog patch?
then win
That's
then.
exactly what it looks like.
then win, bro.
Yeah.
I'd rather do a tattoo.
Wow.
I'd rather do the tattoo.
You rather do it? Yeah,
Rather
okay.
a permanent tattoo.
I'm
than
afraid that if I shave my head, it's not going to grow back because I'm already thinning out. So
Okay.
then it's time to shave.
Yep.
no, dude. I would lose any appeal that I have for anyone that thinks that I'm semi-attractive. That's including my wife.
Yeah. That's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you have your journal.
Yep. There you go.
Fuck
She's
you.
like, I can't look at you anymore, but at least I can write to you.
That's right.
Dear Guillermo, I hope this finds you well.
Use fucking Rogaine.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, any teasers as to what you're going to be dancing to?
I don't know. Do you want to? Should I tease the song, or should we just let it be a surprise? It's just one song.
You just have one song.
We're just one song.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, we're storytelling too. It's like a whole story.
Oh, okay.
And
Going for that.
And the best part is
Going for that performance
You know
art.
this song super well.
Oh fuck! If it's Sweet Caroline, I'll be amazing.
No, it's not.
Huh? Oh,
But it is one of our shared favorite artists. It is his song.
oh, that's cool. You guys gonna ruin it for me now.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this song sucks now.
You know what you should have done is dance to one of his songs.
Oh god,
He
I
would
would
have
have
absolutely hated it.
That would be amazing.
I would have started.
You would have been like, bruh.
Honestly, if you would have done that, I would have been like, yo, what the fuck? And I just started laughing my ass off for sure. Dude, I'm just saying, you're going to go down. I don't care if you have kids. Your kids are adorable, but this ass.
Continue.
This ass will win for the Boys and Girls Club, okay? Yeah.
Well, with that being said,
I hope you guys make it honest. So we want to pack out the house, and if we can make it where it's more of our people, God, I would love that.
It'd be fun. July 19th.
July 19th.
It's a Wednesday
July.
night.
I need to actually put that on my calendar.
Yeah,
'cause
I'll send you a
There's
thank
so
you
many
note.
people that are just like,
Thanks.
There's so many people that are like, oh my God, like,
I think
we
it's
want
gonna
to go to this.
I think it's
this
gonna
and
sell
that.
out, man. The amount of people that have told me that they want to get tables and ready to go.
We're going to make it to the point where it's going to be so big they have to do it at Ames or at UNC.
That'd be sweet.
Hell yeah. All right, Chris, who you rooting for?
I mean, you know, I'm Team Matt.
Yeah.
Fucking dick.
Yeah. Why would I pick you ever?
Because we're business partners?
Yeah, that's why I hate
We're
you
trying
so
to build
much.
a motherfucker.
Trying to build a company together.
You can't like grow without just, you know.
I'm going to convince Jordan to be Team G now. Fuck you.
You
probably will.
You
Yeah.
probably will.
I'm gonna fly out Dan and give him a Team G shirt. Okay, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can have Dan.
You can have Dan. Take whoever you want.
You're like,
That's fine.
all right.
I'm gonna
So if you
convince
guys-
your wife to just wear a Team G shirt, that'd be amazing.
Wait, no, she'll wear.
And then Heather wears
Heather,
a Team
Team
Yeah, what if you like make like the Kelsey mom did in the Super Bowl? You just have like both your shirts.
just for you, dude.
Yeah, just for me.
Team MAII.
My Sharona.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, that was time.
Yeah, so that was time. But are you guys planning on selling your shirts and then kind of taking that to your donation pool?
I wasn't until just now.
Profit, baby.
well, there you
Not
go.
for profit.
Okay.
Fuck them.
All right. Well, thanks guys for tuning in to this episode of Best of Five with our very special guest.
Matt, thank you so much for joining us, man.
Yeah, this was fun, man.
Don't leave just yet. We do have a DVD extras where we literally just talk. So just a heads up.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Which means you need more whiskey. But thank you guys again for tuning in. Make sure you guys follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We are on all streaming platforms.
Most.
And most importantly, guys, make sure you guys check out 477 Distilling.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if they can see that.
But it's okay. Yeah, 477 Distilling. The best spirits this side of the pooter.
Okay.
Great. Anybody who doesn't live in Greeley is like, what the hell's the pooter? I pootered this morning.
I barely know her.
All right, we're done. We're done.